So the Raging River Trail has been on the books as something we wanted to build for a really long time. It was always just kind of a future dream because crossing the Carp River was a significant challenge.
You know, we have a lot of amazing landowners, 40 plus actually, and they all let us use their land. And we're really grateful that Mark Curran, who's so invested in the trails, really into mountain biking, had the vision to put that bridge down over the Carp River, because that's really what allowed us to connect off Carpe Eh Diem onto this new trail and then offer connectivity around the whole system.
So over the years, a bunch of us had been backcountry skiing in the area, and we knew what terrain was back there. We knew what views of waterfalls were back there. We knew the topography really well, the downhills, the valleys, the gorges, the little creeks. And being a mountain bike guy and a mountain bike trail builder, I understood what was back there, understood that topography and the aggressive, rad nature of that terrain. And we really needed to figure out a way, we knew we needed to figure out a way to tap into that. We had to figure out a road crossing, we had to figure out a river crossing. There's a lot of permitting involved. Very tricky process, very expensive, very time consuming.
So we went through the MEDC grant, the Public Spaces Community Places grant. We applied for it, we got it, which is a match grant through Patronicity. We were excited about it because we knew that people were excited about New Trail, but we had no idea that in a weekend we would fundraise the total amount. It was incredible to watch. It was almost unreal. And it was all people who were from all over the place, Wisconsin, Michigan, not just locals, saying, yes, build this new trail. Yes, we love what you do. You do great work. Let's see this happen.
Yeah, being from Marquette, it was something I'd always seen on the map and thought, oh, how cool would that be if there were a trail there? I'm really honored to have had the opportunity to contribute to Marquette's rich trail history. You know, trail building's hard work and it takes many hands. Started out with Steve Ivan, crushing it out here for a few weeks. And then we brought on a couple fellas later in the season. Simon Barrett and Will Nelson have been doing a great job out here. So it's been awesome to work with these guys, kind of train them into my building style, and they've really caught on quickly.
We had some seasonal hand workers with us this year as well, Ian Kangas and Linnea Bemis. Good hard workers and passionate about the trails and being out there, so we're stoked to have them on this summer.
Yeah, Raging River Trail had a few tricky parts to it for sure. Mainly it was like coming into Seep Springs. It's always a challenging part to manage water conditions and just saturated soil. As far as like technical building, there were some really cool rock sections, working through some of those, the rock ridge, kind of bridging some of those gaps and getting through. You don't ever know what it's gonna be like until you really get in there. You're in there with the equipment, you're on a hillside, and you have to make a last minute route change or realize that it's gonna, deliver a better product if you altered the route slightly to maximize a descent or, achieve a more sustainable slope. Big part of trail building, I think, is working with nature and respecting nature and understanding that this has all been here first. Like, this has all been here before us, and there's living animals out here, and we're impacting their habitat. We're stewards of the land by doing this, essentially. So I feel like the more you can just kind of blend to the natural habitat and make it look as much like you really weren't there, and that the trail has kind of just been there forever.
This whole stretch of trail has some fairly unique challenges. It does not have very easy access to it. So it's going to feel really remote. It's going to feel like a long backcountry trail. And that's really cool when you're riding your bike, but it definitely presents some significant challenges to the builders. We have to carry fuel in a long ways to the machine. This particular trail has several bridges on it, and the location of those bridges is about as far from reasonable access as one could get. We definitely worked really hard bringing the lumber down to those locations, getting them in there.
Yeah, I think it's definitely an awesome trail worth checking out. It's kind of an adventure trail with a backcountry feel. You aren't ever too far away from anything, but at the same time, you really feel like you're remote and kind of immersed in the nature. As well as rideability, I think it's going to kind of provide an experience that not a lot of trails do provide, in kind of the inclusion of a lot of different features, a lot of different, technical sections, but also mixed with some really nice flow and effortless climbing. Yeah, I think definitely a highlight spot is the berm hill or switchbacks. Just the sustained descent you get through there, and the flowing berms are just, pretty awesome to ride and put a good smile on your face.
The trail community in Marquette is incredible. From the volunteers to people who donate their money and their time. But that's just the culture that's here, is that everybody loves to be outdoors. When I rode the trail on Sunday, I just kept thinking in my head, wow, wow, wow. And I think that people know and expect that the NTN maintains a fantastic system that they can go out and enjoy. The fact that people were all just willing to buy in with us and help make this dream a reality, it's why I love to work here, and it truly is a community effort. Nobody did this on their own. There was no one person that made this happen. We had 162 donors. Thank you to everybody. You guys did it.